It's another summer transfer window, and it's another time that Leon Bailey is linked with a move to the Premier League. Not to a top four club this time, but more so Aston Villa and Everton, who are interested in the young Jamaican star. He may finally make his move to the Premier League this season after 3 summers of being linked to the Premier League. Lane, give me the rundown on what the rumors are for Leon Bailey to the Premier League this summer.
Well, so far you have Aston Villa and Everton in the race, like you said. Aston Villa looks like they're quite a bit leading this race to land the Jamaican star, and they are willing to give 30 million to 35 million, and they look like they're going to land him in the next coming weeks. I would like to think, with these rumors really heating up. Everton today gave in a 26 million bid, which was rejected, and they took a huge blow on the race for Leon Bailey, which I'm not surprised when Aston Villa are upping that offer. Aston Villa are a team that are always going to spend money. They always come out saying they're going to back their manager. They're going to spend the big bucks, and they always seem to do it. Bringing in Emiliano Buendia this summer earlier, and it looks like they could add to that attack of bringing in Leon Bailey.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Aston Villa's race to lose at this point. Of course, as you mentioned, Everton bidding 26 million. That was just never going to get the job done. If that's going to be their opening bid, it doesn't give good hopes to Everton fans that they're going to be able to bring in Leon Bailey this summer. I think it would absolutely add to a very strong attack for Villa next season. If you can look at a front four of Watkins, Leon Bailey, Jack Grealish, if he does end up staying, and Emilio Buendia, then that's arguably up there with one of the best attacks in the league, especially outside of those top four teams. It definitely has to be considered one of, if not the best. Some new pieces, no doubt, but I think ones that can definitely be integrated well. You have a lot of creativity up there in Jack Grealish and Buendia and Leon Bailey, some good pace as well. I think there's going to be a lot of options for some creativity up there. And I think this is probably the summer where we finally see Leon Bailey make a move to the Premier League. This is something that he's wanted for several seasons now. I think he's gotten a bit more confidence, a bit more mature, and a bit more consistency in his game over the last couple of years with Bayer Leverkusen. But there's no doubt this is a young kid with a lot of talent, a lot of ability on the ball, and a lot of pace. And I think he can bring a lot of positivity to whatever team he signs him, which I think most likely is going to be Aston Villa.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think this is time to land that Premier League move. It is now for him. And adding to a very good attack, like you said, this is probably the best attack outside the top four. And this team in Aston Villa could really push top six, in my opinion. I think they could really get in there with the likes of Leicester and even Tottenham and Arsenal pushing in there too. And I think Leon Bailey can really help them do this. Scoring 9 goals and having 8 assists in 30 games this year for Leverkusen was just a great return for a 23-year-old, adding to a very young attack with Jack Grealish being the oldest out of Ollie Watkins, Emiliano Buendia. And you just can't go wrong with a creative ability around this front four. And Aston Villa have really pushed ahead in this deal, and I think they're going to make it happen. And you had the transfer expert Max Bielfeld coming out the other day saying Bayern Leverkusen would sell. There is an internal opinion that it would probably be better for both sides to part ways. And that is really surprising. And I think Leverkusen aren't in such a need for him anymore. They might be in a need for him, but I think they need the money. And I think it'd be a great time for them to sell and for Leon Bailey to finally move on, and a great suiting spot for him to land in Aston Villa.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's time for him to make a move into greener pastures into the Premier League. As it is, Bayer Leverkusen do have a bit of a surplus of depth on the wing right now. Of course, Bellarabi being on the right, and the young French player in Moussa Diaby being there on the right or on the left hand side. They have that guy on the left hand side already who can come in and play those everyday minutes for Leon Bailey. And so I think it makes sense to get some money back for Leon Bailey, let him have his move to the Premier League, and they can continue to develop their next young left winger there, Diaby. But it definitely looks like Leon Bailey is destined for the Premier League into a move into Aston Villa, which definitely can be a signing, along with Buendia, that can really help propel them into a top six push this season. But let us know your thoughts down in the comment section down below on where Leon Bailey will end up this summer, if you think he will end up with Aston Villa, or if you see him elsewhere in the Premier League. If you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as we'll be continuing to cover all of the transfer news throughout the summer as we continue into more transfer news as the summer continues to move on. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.